Well, recently on this show, we invited pro-life activist David Daleiden on to talk about how Kamala Harris once sent the cops to his house because he made undercover videos targeting her donor Planned Parenthood.
They got a highly political search warrant to conduct a political raid on my home to seize the unreleased undercover footage. By the way, it's black-letter California law that you are not supposed to get a search warrant to seize the unpublished materials of a journalist, whether citizen journalist, professional journalist. But that's what Kamala Harris went ahead and did at the behest of Planned Parenthood in order to cover up for them and in order to protect them from increased further scrutiny for the crimes of selling aborted baby body parts, sometimes from criminal partial birth abortions.
It turns out that while Harris's successor, Javier Becerra, has no problem with Google, he has the same problem that Harris does with political dissent. He's against it and will crush it if he can. Not only is Becerra pursuing criminal charges against Daleiden for the crime of journalism, but after Daleiden appeared on this show, Becerra sought a gag order restricting what he is allowed to say in public about his case. Total fascist move, as if the First Amendment doesn't exist. Fortunately, a judge denied it, but clearly there's no limit to how ghoulish pro-abortion forces are willing to be. Just yesterday in Washington, a nurse testified that a hospital in Oak Lawn, Illinois, runs a special comfort room that it places aborted infants in to die if they survive an abortion. By the way, the words just kind of hung in the air and then left. No one's following up on it, unfortunately. So we thought we would. Lila Rose joins us tonight. She's the founder of Live Action, and it's good to have you on tonight, Lila. Thanks very much. So I want to say at the outset that even as this segment has begun, within the last 3 or 4 minutes, Josh Hawley, senator from Missouri and one of our favorites on this show, tweeted that he just received information from Facebook. Facebook is pledging to put some of your videos back online. What's your response to that?
So Facebook used two partisan abortionists as their fact checkers to punish my account and Live Action and our 3 million followers on Facebook. And they've been saying to us behind the scenes, oh, we're going to fix it for over a week now. So now they're saying it to Senator Hawley and to Senator Cruz and these other senators because they sent a letter to Mark Zuckerberg today saying, you better fix this. Why are you using abortionists as your fact checkers of pro-lifers? So we're going to believe it when we see it. Tucker, as of about 10 minutes ago, the violation tags were still on our accounts, punishing our pro-life accounts online. So we'll believe it when we see it that Facebook will actually make good on this.
So the last time we had a pro-life guest on this show, the Attorney General of California tried to force him not to talk anymore. Is this a feature of modern American life where if the Attorney General of a state doesn't like your opinions, he can legally get you to stop talking? When did this happen? Yeah, it's preposterous. I mean, David Daleiden is a good friend. He worked with Live Action for years before he and Sandra Merritt did their amazing investigation exposing the selling of baby body parts. Listen, this is California politics that's dirty. I mean, these tech companies, which are being protected by politicians in California and are getting all of these protections, they're also very pro-abortion. Attorney General Becerra was campaigning with Planned Parenthood while he was supposedly prosecuting Daleiden and Merritt for exposing Planned Parenthood. It's the dirtiest you're going to get in politics. Basically, fighting against investigative journalists, prosecuting them in court, while protecting and getting money from the very corporation, the abortion industry, that they exposed. So the fact that Becerra wants to now do a gag order on Daleiden should not surprise us. He hates the fact that David is appearing on your program. He's getting the word out because people are realizing this is the dirtiest it gets in politics. Yeah, Javier Becerra is totally corrupt. He's welcome on this show anytime, by the way,
and Kamala Harris.
Explain himself. Yes, that is exactly right. Finally, just the minute that we have left,
Kamala Harris started this.
She certainly did, and has gotten almost no credit for it, unfortunately. Very quickly, this story out of Oak Park, Illinois, that a hospital had a room set aside for children to die in, beggars belief. Are you familiar with this?
Yes, it's heartbreaking. So Nurse Jill Stanek testified explaining how she actually held babies that were aborted and born alive, and left to die in a soiled utility room. This is the face of the abortion industry in America. Meanwhile, the Democrats are fighting against the Born Alive Infants Protection Act at the federal level, saying we don't want to provide life-saving care to little babies that survive abortion attempts. I mean, you had abortion survivors testifying, saying, does my life matter? If I survive an abortion attempt, should I then become the victim of infanticide in these abortion facilities and hospitals? And the Democrats are saying, we don't care. You don't have the right to protection, even if you survive an abortion attempt. So it's a chilling story, and it shows what happens when we allow the killing of the child in the womb. It leads to the killing of the child outside the womb.
We're going to look back on this moment in shame, I think. Lila Rose.